And welcome back to the Hopeless Fan Podcast. It's Scotty, it's Zach, it's not Shelby because Shelby is actually not with us tonight. So this is going to be a little bit of a teaser episode to kind of get you ready. We'll release the full one with all your favorite segments tomorrow night. We'll record it tomorrow night and we'll record it for you Wednesday morning. If you're listening to this, it could be Tuesday. It could be Tuesday morning. We might release it tonight. Maybe during the Monday Night Football. I know Shelby's ramped up. He's seeing the Bengals Steelers. I don't know in what aspect or what capacity, but he's definitely going to be watching that. I know he's pumped for that. Zach, I know that you and I made some bets on the podcast on Thursday. I want to hear how you did.
Yeah. Well, first I'd like to say, Scotty, tomorrow is the first day of October. Are you hyped for spooky season?
It's also the first day of a month that the Broncos have ever been 0-4.
Hey, you know what?
It's a new month of the winless Broncos, and that's very depressing.
That's
Usually
true.
in October, there's a win for the Broncos, and dude, I can't even think straight. Yeah, I'm pumped for October, though, because the Joker comes out, the Breaking Bad movie comes out. I'm so amped. Those are going to be so tight. I'm so ready for those.
Yeah, you've got plenty of stuff to distract you from how bad the Broncos are.
Yeah,
All right.
Including me losing a bunch of money. All right, go ahead. Tell me your bets.
All right, so I had some college football bets. I had a parlay, which I'm particularly proud of, but also kind of kicking myself for not putting more money in. But hey, that's every parlay. That
you had
it was
Alabama.
Ole Miss plus 38.5 against Alabama. Alabama coming into the game 4-0 against the spread, which you had pointed out to me. And then I also had I had Auburn minus 8.5. Auburn blew
Free
Mississippi
money.
State out of the water. I knew it was going to happen. I told you guys. I was like, guys, Auburn's going to kick the crap out of Mississippi State. And lo and behold, what happened? They trashed them. So with the other late night game, other than the Ohio State game. So, I wish I'd put more money on it, but you know what? That's how parlays go. And then, for the ones that really mattered,
NFL. Give me some NFL.
So, I had a straight bet. We'll start with the easy one. Straight bet: Cleveland Browns plus 7. RIP to my Ravens defense that started this year strong, then played the best offense in the league, in my opinion. And then I think they kind of I think what happened is that the defensive staff kind of panicked after that game, and then they tried to change up too much stuff, and the Browns just hit that sweet spot of them trying something new, and it didn't work.
Whatever, dude. I think that's the classic
fashion.
game. The Browns have just won themselves back into overreaction. You know what I mean? I still don't think the Browns are making the playoffs. I think the Ravens will.
Right.
I think the Browns are still going to be overrated, overhyped. I think Baker Mayfield is still overhyped. I think Nick Chubb ran everywhere yesterday. Jarvis Landry, the Ravens just didn't want to tackle him.
The Ravens shut down OBJ, and just about choked him out. It would seem like I feel a certain way about that. We won't get into all that. So the other, I had a 7.6 team teaser that did not hit, that we were all pretty sure about.
Isn't that the worst?
Yeah.
Isn't that the worst? I think I had the same where I had the Colts plus 6.5 in the teaser. And they lost by 7, but they were down way more the entire game.
Yeah.
I mean, the Colts, what happened to my bets? The Colts happened to my bets. The Colts ruined it all.
Well,
But, Zach, I'm going to tell you a strategy you need to do every week now.
Mm-hmm.
That won me back everything. That was my saving grace. Every single week for the last 2 weeks, so it's a trend, I choose 3 or 4 underdogs, and I parlay them, money line. And when you do that, it's like, 5 to win, a boatload of money because they're both underdogs, or you can put however much money you want on it, and all 3 of my underdogs won. So all those parlays I mixed and matched with hit, and I came away, up top because I picked the Titans, the Browns, I'm sorry, I'm blanking on the third one, and the Raiders.
Hey, good call. Yeah, good call on that Titans one, by the way, because that's kind of one that I'll get into.
I didn't want to touch it, but I thought, just in case, I think the Titans can win, and then the Raiders winning in that safety bet was just a cover my ass bet because I have so much riding on the Colts, and it was a bad thing that I did, but it was a good thing that I bet against them with the Raiders.
Yeah. So the other parlay that I had was Chiefs -7.5, Patriots -7.5, which did not go well. But the other one that I'm sitting on waiting right now is it is a teaser.
What do you got tonight?
It is a 6-point teaser, 3 teaser. So I'm already good on Cowboys +3 and the under of 53.5 for that. So all I need is for the Bengals and the Steelers to combine. I got the under of -50 or the under of 51, and then I have my other major teaser, which again relying heavily on the under of this game tonight. I had Seattle on a teaser, a 7-point teaser. Seattle +1.5. I have the under of Tennessee. Thank you, Scotty. Under 53.
You're welcome.
I have the under for tonight, 52 for this one. Then I had the Chiefs -0.5 point, Patriots -0.5 point, and then I had the under for Patriots Bills.
So what do you need for your teasers tonight to hit?
I just need for one teaser I need the under of 51, and for the other teaser I need the under of 52. So basically,
that's it.
That's all I need.
You're just rooting for a 6-3 game,
right? And then I stand to win, a decent amount of money. So,
well, Zach, I'm gonna come out and say on the podcast, the Bengals are winning this 31-28.
Please don't you put that evil on me.
And because I really don't think that happens. I think that. I actually don't want to predict this game. It's so hard. I don't know what happens.
Well, yeah, we talked about this. Like, this is the one where
well.
It's like Nathan. I think this is the one that Nathan said he doesn't want to touch with a 10-foot pole.
Yeah, the 10-foot not touch walk of the week for your boardwalk talk.
Right.
We won't touch that game.
Right.
I think mine or the other one was the Titans and the Falcons, because who knows about that? Those two teams. I'm getting kind of weary on the Patriots now, because they blow teams out one week and then they. I mean, I thought for sure, I know it was the lock of the week that -7.5, people underestimating the Patriots, they would go in and whip, but then Tom Brady was like, do I really need to do anything? Because my defense will probably, throw a pick at the 1-yard line. Thanks, Brady.
Exactly.
What was your lock of the week of the century last week?
Oh gosh, that's a good question.
Zach, we've made Zach into a betting man. He doesn't even know his locks of the week. You're welcome for corrupting you.
Because I didn't bet it. If I'm gonna look at it real quick. Because as soon as I look at it, I'll be like, oh yeah, that's the one. It was. Oh shit! It was.
You can take a pause and then just.
These dogs are being stupid. It was Rams Buccaneers, I think.
Oh yeah, you had the Rams -9.
I know. I was like, the Rams are gonna win, but it ain't. Actually, no, it was the Buccaneers. I had the Buccaneers because I was like, I think the Rams are still gonna win, but I don't think it's gonna be by that much. So I think I'm good.
No, Zach, it was Rams -9.
No, it wasn't. I specifically remember saying I think the Rams are gonna win, but it's not gonna be by that much.
If I go back and check something. If I go back and check and it's Rams -9, you have to do something.
Okay, that's fine.
Give me $100.
That's fine. Yeah.
Oh, $100.
Not $100. I'd say $50.
$50. Oh, but the return is nothing for me, right? If it's bucks.
Well, what if you're wrong? What are you willing to give me? Because I'm $50 sure that's what my lock of the week was. How sure? What dollar amount sure are you that I said the opposite? Ooh, who raised the stakes?
Like $5.
That's what I thought. So is this a live on-air bet? You give me $5 if you're wrong. I give you $50 if I'm wrong. That's free. That's free. That's free money, Scotty. Those odds.
Or you just, you got to take those odds, Kevin Malone taught
Yeah.
me, if you ever take something
10,000 to 1.
that's 10,000
Yep.
10,000 to 1. Or another thing that can happen, one day I want to do a bet to where like the loser has to give themselves a swirly.
Okay.
How funny would that
That
be
would
on
be
there?
hilarious, and that's how sure I am. I'd
Or-
be willing. That's how sure I am, not only that I'm right, but also in the security that I have clean toilets.
Yeah, that's like character breaking. Like that offense is character breaking. Yesterday was not a good day for me. Aside from the money line, the underdog money line parlays that I just gave you that undefeated strategy so far. Like I said, I had the Colts, I had the Chiefs, I had the Patriots, I had them all money line, and I also had them all, in their spreads, and I also had Houston -5. The board that we loved did not love us back, Zach, and I am so ready for Week 5. I actually also am as a Broncos fan. We'll get into it tomorrow during our big podcast a little bit. But as the Broncos are 0-2 or 0-4, 0-2 in the last 2 weeks, that's a fact. They're 0-4, and they have Shaq Barrett, who they let go, having more sacks, double the amount of sacks the entire team has, who's killing it. Had a sack that caused a fumble that Ndamukong Suh picked up yesterday for a touchdown. And then the Broncos, not only that, but they lost Bradley Chubb, and I'm so sad. But then again, should I be? Because they're like 0-4,
Yeah,
right? But whatever. Let's not talk about 0-4 teams.
You talk about Bradley Chubb. I was like, we were gonna do rational reactions tonight. Obviously, we'll be doing it tomorrow night, but we'll have a different slate of headlines. So, the one that I had for Chubb, I thought it was really really funny. I say like, oh yeah, it was it said that Bradley Chubb out for the rest of the season. And I said to be relieved to not have to be active on an 0-16 team.
Yikes! I'm salty you had to say that during the podcast. Let's not talk about 0-4 teams. Let's talk about 2 0-3 teams. Zach, who's winning tonight? Why?
I'm gonna take the Bengals. I think they have.
Why not?
Yeah, I hate the Steelers. This year, I hate them more so than with me every year. It's dependent on who my Ravens have lost to more. But this year, we haven't played them yet. So as of right now, it could change, in the next few weeks. But as of right now, I hate the Steelers more. It's just funny to watch, their team implode after, they were like, we got rid of the toxicity and Bell and Brown. It's like, you got rid of the two things that made your team a playoff team.
Yeah, and I mean, Mason Rudolph is like, I've heard the streets are talking, and it's not good from the digital footprint that Mason Rudolph has created for himself. I'll leave that to another podcast, political podcast. But you got to go with the experienced guy here. Mike Tomlin might have more experience than Zach Taylor, but Andy Dalton has more experience than Mason Rudolph. Obviously, I need Tyler Boyd to score me about 35 to 40 fantasy points, so I'm taking the Bengals because I got the spirit of Tyler Boyd on my fantasy team.
It would be nice to see. Yeah, it would be nice. It would be nice to see Tyler Boyd crush somebody else's dreams besides the Ravens.
Yeah. When's the last time that Pittsburgh was 0-4?
Oh gosh, this is it. This is one of those moments where we need Shelby here, a 4-year reference. I'm sure we'll figure that out. But
Sure, yeah. But you know what? I'll give you the number one reason that the Bengals are winning tonight, because the curse has been lifted off the Vontaze Burfict scandal. Hit targeting curse that afflicted the Bengals. He's banned from the league. No more Burfict means more Bengals
he's banned
wins.
For this. Yeah, he's banned for the season. I mean, I'm sure he'll appeal it and get like 8 games or something like that, like a 6 to 8.
He's also out of the country.
Oh, he is.
He's also out of the country because the Raiders actually play in London,
that's right.
And he's with them right now. So so I'd say all the negative energy are taken from the Bengals, and they're going to win tonight. I also think that the league, on your former point that he'll only get 8 games, I don't think the league approves his appeal. I think they are so ready for Burfict to be out of the league. I mean, he's been with the Raiders, a new team, and he just never learns, dude. I mean, he's been suspended for these targeting hits, and he like refuses to change up the way he plays or hit the form tackles. I mean, he should be banned from the league.
I think he'll get. I'd be shocked if if it was upheld the full season. I'd say at most he's looking at 10 games.
Yeah, well, it doesn't hurt his case that after he blatantly targeted the dude by going head first into another dude's like head, like right where players like Shazier go down, like right in the center and the top of the head. Not only that, but while running out the field after being ejected, he blows kisses to the fans and laughs it off. That ain't a good look, bro.
Yeah, I think at the moment he didn't think, he thought, oh, here comes another 2-3 game suspension. I don't think he thought that they were going to bring the hammer down like that.
Yeah, well, that's that ain't end of the week,
ain't,
Chief.
Yeah. I don't know about that one, Chief. And you brought up the fact that this London game, another. Irrational headline reaction. I think the headline read that Trubisky's not going to be traveling to London with the Bears. My headline was further cementing my theory that Trubisky is afraid of Europe.
Yeah. Why is he afraid of Europe? Because
he doesn't want to travel with his team to go to Europe. He hasn't
why
played.
Would you want to?
Why? Why do we have pictures of him in Europe? It's a conspiracy. He's afraid of Europe. He doesn't like
true.
Europeans.
I really have never seen a picture of Mitchell Trubisky in Europe. That is a fact.
Yep, absolute fact.
I mean, if I'm perfect at this point, I just hit up a few bars in Europe,
few pubs,
and enjoy some London. Yeah, a few pubs. Yeah, what was that? Mike Garofalo on Twitter. Shout out. I mean, and the Bengals were without AJ Green. That was the other big news today. They'll be without AJ Green for the next couple weeks.
Prayers up. Yep, definitely. AJ Green should take all the time he needs, particularly another 2 weeks, because we'll have Tyler Boyd is enough to have on our hands, not having to worry about AJ Green.
He's directly affecting my trade value to get anyone by being out, and so that hurts me. So I hope Tyler Boyd keeps killing it. We're taking the Bengals tonight. We hope you are too. If you want to be safe, tease that little spread. Make it a +10 Bengals. Do what you want. Don't do it. Bet. Don't bet. Obviously, week 4 wasn't a great week for us. We'll love the board next week, I'm sure. Come back with you with another board lock of the week, and try to do a little better like we did in week 3. Zach, thanks for joining us on this little teaser.
Prayers up to Shelby. He's got some important work to do. Feel bad for him, but you know what? Hopefully his Bengals can pull out a win tonight and make it all worth it. And we will be back tomorrow with the full crew. And like I said, Hoo day. Let's go Bengals.
Hoo day.